NBA continues on, but we're just like waiting, salivating at the thought of the National Football League's playoffs that continue this Saturday. Doubleheader, Fox first, Seattle, Atlanta. Should be a good one. Houston, New England on CBS. Not expected to be a particularly good one, right? No one is expecting that to be a banana. And then Sunday should be incredible. Sunday should be incredible. You have Pittsburgh and their electric offense going against Kansas City, a team who is no one actually believes that they'll get to a Super Bowl. They just don't. Right? Kansas City is that team that you just okay. But we have these stats and we have these wins and we've been great and we found a way and we beat you in defense and special teams and at home and coming off the edge and we're back healthy. We had a week off. We have a quarterback that's been to the NFC Championship game before. Like Andy Reid's taken 5 teams to the NFC Championship, 1 to a Super Bowl. Like all of that, check. Nobody believes in Alex Smith. Right? If prevailing wisdom is true, Brock Osweiler, no shot. Right? Alex Smith, no shot. And the other one that's interesting is Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, outstanding rookie year, still a rookie. And if we could take any part of what we learned in college football for the Cowboys-Packers game, for example, and I think the Cowboys are going to win, and that's only because I have the previous game as just a reference point to which Aaron Rodgers wasn't playing as well. The team's defense was banged up, and the defense was awful and just mashed off the field. But in the biggest of games, the most important thing you can have is the best player at the most important position, right? Who was in last year's Super Bowl, D-Cell? Who was in last year's Super Bowl?
That would be the Denver Broncos.
Against?
New England Patriots.
Okay. No.
Panthers, excuse me.
Panthers against the Broncos. Panthers-Broncos. Cam Newton was the MVP. Don't think he's a Hall of Fame. Don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I've never been Team Cam. I think a lot of things have to go his way in order for him to be great. But he's still an immense talent. Peyton Manning was a shadow and a shell of his former self. But he's still Peyton effing Manning, correct? All right. Year before, who was it? Don't look it up. The year before, who was in the Super Bowl? That was Patriots and Seahawks. Tom Brady, arguably the greatest quarterback ever in the conversation. Like you may go Montana, you may go Aaron Rodgers, you may go with John Elway, or find your guy. But the conversation has to be had that Tom Brady's in that conversation, right? Okay. Russell Wilson, is he a top 5 quarterback in the league? Maybe. Top 10? Absolutely. And he had previously won a Super Bowl. Right? So keep working back and keep looking through this, and you tell me when you get to the Brock Osweilers of the world, when you get to the Dak Prescotts of the world. It's really, really hard. It's hard. So I look at this and I'm like, man, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm using history too much because I don't like using history. I hate when bettors are like, 10 of the last 12 times they've been in the playoffs, they've been favorites, and those trends, like, it's a different team, a different game, a different matchup. Ravens, Niners, not Joe Flacco, above average, really good quarterback. Colin Kaepernick, below average, although at that time, people hadn't yet figured him out as much. Before that, Packers, Steelers, 2 Hall of Famers. Before that, Saints, Colts, 2 Hall of Famers. Before that, Steelers, Cardinals, likely 2 Hall of Famers. Right, Kurt Warner's not in yet, but I think he'll get in. I don't think Kurt Warner should necessarily get in. I like him, and he's a friend, but it's just a hard case because he had 5 terrible years to go along with 5 incredible years. But still, like, he's right there. Giants, Patriots, Eli, going to be close. 2 Super Bowls probably going to get him in, and he's a Manning, and he never misses a game. A lot of years without playoffs. It's a hard one, but he's close. The point is, when you kind of go through these, Rex Grossman obviously hurts the argument with Chicago, but they had the best defense in the league. But it was so bad that the Colts offense that day stunk, and they still held on for a 12-point win. It was so bad that Lovie Smith had to continue to answer questions about who would be his quarterback heading into the Super Bowl, even though Rex had started all year. So my point is that while the answers seem pretty clear in front of us, right? Patriots, Chiefs at home, even though they were dominated last time by the Steelers at home, totally different team. Cowboys, they previously dominated the Packers at home, rested, running team, built to just dominate this decimate. And last time they beat the Packers, Des Bryant didn't play. If we can take anything from the national championship game, it's if you got the best player in the field at the most important position, you got a chance.